First of all, let me welcome to yet another interesting session on Lightning platform and to see something more about Lightning and to know some interesting stuffs of the Lightning uh, system. So today we are going to see one interesting point of Lightning, which is actually you are going to face regularly in Lightning journey that you are going to have, because as you know very well that the most important thing which will be bothering your customers, your end users on Lightning platform is to understand the new look and feel and the new environment and all the new options and etc etc. So in this process, whenever you are going to work on that Lightning uh, projects, initially you should be giving some kind of good clarity to your users and work on the Lightning platform. So let's see how we are going to have this kind of things planned and how we are going to implement it, because this is something very essential at the initial level of the project. So for that reason, what we are going to do is to ensure that you will be getting that all needed clarity. I'm going to just tell you some important points that you need to remember while dealing with your customers, and let me show you what is that. So please note that the most important challenge for you initially for any Salesforce project which is migrating to Lightning is understanding the key things which will be different in Lightning and Classic, and you need to guide your customers. You need to resolve problems of your customer on time to time basis while working on these scenarios. So let's get started and try to understand some key differences between them. And for that reason, what I'm going to do, in one browser, I'm going to log in by the Lightning experience. So for this user, let's say for example this user Shekhar, I'm going to log in by Lightning experience. And before that, let me also do one thing. Let me log in by one more user, and for that user I will be working on Classic experience. So let me log in by both users. So this is one more user for which I'm going to log in by Classic. So I logged in by here Classic, and for another user from another browser I will be going from Lightning experience. So click on the name and click on switch to Lightning experience. And let's try to understand some very important points in terms of this both experiences comparative analysis, and be ready for helping your customer and ensuring a satisfied customer base, which will help you to then bring lots of things in your project after successful initial knowledge sharing activity. So here I logged in by Lightning experience, and this is the Classic experience, the home tab of Classic and home tab of Lightning. So let's get started and try to understand one by one things. So if you see here that in this Classic experience, the as usual format, if you see that on the tab bar, you can see it's like a kind of horizontal tab bar you have seen. And if you see the same concept, if I just go to Lightning, you can see. So initially Salesforce made some good confusion for everyone by giving the tab bar here. When Lightning started, the tab bar was here, and that made some good confusion for the people initially, and that was a kind of tough time anyways for everyone, because Lightning was new for even for developers and admins. And this was one more confusing thing because the tab bar was like this. But now laterwards Salesforce tried to make it more same like a classic edition or classic environment. So tab bar is also here. Apart from that, if you see that if you go for the classic edition, then if you want to just search some kind of tabs and you want to work on that, then you can just click on this plus sign. You can just click on this plus sign, and you can see all the tabs will be present here, like a warehouse or like a go down. Everything will be present here. So whatever you want to work, you can work on that and start implementing. Here, if you want to work on some more tabs, then you can just see here the tabs which are available as per your currently selected app, or just click on this app launcher, and then from this you can search any tab. This is another key difference. Okay, next, another important thing, go to classic and let's say you want to change the application, then you will go for this option, that is app menu, that also you know very well. Here we have this option in terms of app launcher. So again, if you want to change the app, you have to come here. The currently selected app, if you want to see in the classic, then the currently selected app, you will see here this name shows what is the currently selected app. In lightning, if you want to see the currently selected app, then this will be shown here. Okay, so this is how it works. Next, when you work on any existing tab in the classic mode, whenever you are going to work on any existing tab in the classic mode, then at that time you will be seeing that the tabs will be displayed like if you just click on this, then the tab will open in the new context. For example, let me just show you how it's going to work on new context, or how it will implement in the new context. So now see here that let's say for example I want to work on the account tab. Okay, so click on the account tab. Now if you want to just perform some activity, then the most important difference in lightning and classic is you will always go for the new page format. This is the big change in lightning, sorry, in difference in lightning classic. So everything which you want to do, it will force you to do some kind of go to a new page and have a redirection and all. So this makes the things bit lengthy, and this is one of the reason why Salesforce was considered as a not so competitive platform as compared to so many other good UI platforms we have on ext.js, on jQuery and all. As compared to that, Salesforce was giving, the classic was not giving the competitive results. Even though it was very powerful, even though it was one of the best platform in the market, but because of this look and feel, it was making some issue. So it was not working uh, that efficiently as expected. So this was a kind of reason before a few years, a kind of 3 to 5 years time before, Salesforce saw some slowdown because of some kind of UI issues or challenges. Here you see in the Lightning, it's a big change in Lightning. So in the Lightning, you will get this facility. Let me just show you. In the Lightning, you'll get the facility without going to any redirection activity. Let's say you want to work on some groups, just click on this. You want to work on some kind of company records, just click on this. You want to work on some kind of expense object, click on this. So this way, it will be very easy for you to just get this extra step avoided. Instead of going for next step, next page, then again looking at this records, or you want to create a new record, you can simply do everything being on the same page. This is one key navigational difference between Salesforce, now between Classic and Lightning. Okay, you have to do less navigations as compared, as discussed in the previous session, yesterday's discussion, that one big challenge, or in fact, I would say the big difference which Lightning brought is you have to do like a less number of clicks as compared to the classic. So it's very easy for implementing the business model and working efficiently on that. Okay, that is one more difference you will see. Next, now let me go for the another step in Lightning. Now here, another difference you will see here, that if you just click on, let's say I want to search something, okay, and I want to search something related to some kind of activity. So you can see here that just if I click also, automatically without typing, it's showing me recent items. Again, another example where I have to make less clicks and less typing just by pressing the mouse key on that search Salesforce. It's showing me this option. Okay, so if I want to then search, you can also get some kind of experience like this. For example, I want to search something where the word Shekhar is used. So it's going to show you all the stuffs where the name Shekhar is used. Enter this. Okay, so it will show you the records which is present here as with compared to the search that Salesforce got, and the same pattern if you see here in this. Okay, so just click on that. Okay, it's going to show you here. Now here if you see now the key difference, let me just search all first of all. So you can see you're able to see this information. Now one interesting thing is here, if I go to the Lightning environment, and if you see at the right hand side, so if you want to make any kind of modifications in this record, fine, you can just press on edit. You want to delete it. Now even for quick deleting activities, for quick deletion of any multiple object records, this facility also going to help you. Here you can delete quickly without any extra step, where if you want to delete something here, then first of all I need to open this case, open a new record, come here, then just try to see if I have the option to close or delete, and this way I can perform the activity. But here in Lightning, just click delete, done. So this way it's called as a lightning fast it's going to give lightning fast experience to your end user. Okay, now you can see all the results are displayed almost in the same format. Now in that there is no much difference between the lightning and classic experience. Apart from that, one more thing I would like to tell you, that here whenever you are going to work on the these results, if you see the results in the classic, I will show you here. Okay, so if you see in the classic, it will just, if you press on search all, so this will show you the all results as per the expectations. But the important thing is here in the classic, you will have all the objects, all object results clubbed together, collected together. If you go for Lightning, then first of all it will show you all the top results as compared to the recent usage and the activities made by Salesforce user, and then after that you will have this remaining objects which are not called as the top results. Okay, so this way it will give you a kind of more sensible results than just showing a flat result by giving you any information in a flat format and just show the result and all. So this is another key difference you can see here. And let me go back. Next, let me go for home. There are lots of interesting things between this. Now next interesting thing, if you see here in the Lightning, if you see, this is the dashboard which is provided by Salesforce here. Okay, similarly in this also you have the dashboard, by the way. Okay, by the way, this reports and all which were present in the dashboard, I just removed that. I just made some changes in the setting. That's why it's not showing you right now, but that's not a problem. Just the main thing for us to understand that if you see on the dashboard, we have some refresh option to get the refresh data, right? That's it. Here you come to Lightning and just look at this. You can see some kind of information. You can just have some kind of refresh activity. You can just plan some kind of various direct input processes, and this way you can make this dashboard something more interactive in terms of the quarterly performance kind of things. This is one thing. Second thing, you will see some kind of news updates. Now what kind of news? Any news, sports news, some kind of news like someone from North Korea making the mess in the world, such kind of irrelevant news. No, the news will be everything related to your accounts. So all records which are present in your account object only related to that companies will get the information, not something like sport news or some kind of political news and etc. Okay, so here again Salesforce will see, understand your customer base properly, and then give you some kind of relevant news. This is also one thing which is going to help your customer regularly, and you can see we can even scroll right inside to see more news as per the sequence, and I can just understand. So whatever all objects I have objects called as amdocs, VMware, not objects by the way, records. Okay, in my account objects is showing me something about VMware. I have some records present in my database from amdocs. It's showing me amdocs, right? So this way it works in a better manner. Next, now here, if you have some kind of activity to be done assigned to you in terms of the events, meetings, plans, or any kind of venues, and any kind of task assigned to you by your senior, by your colleague, by workflow rules, or by task record creations, then you can see here same thing you can see here in Salesforce, that here you have your meetings and plans and all, and here you have your task. Now there is no much difference between them in Lightning and Classic. Next, there's something new here in terms of the top deals. Like this comes from the opportunity object. So you know very well the opportunity object represents the kind of revenue possibilities that we are having in our Salesforce environment. I hope that you already know because it's a part of admin syllabus. So that comes from there, and also the recent records that on which you work. You can just see here. If you click on view all, then when you click on view all, then it will show you the list of all the records. Okay, go to home. So this is something about the small differences that you can see. Another interesting difference you will always see that on the record page. Okay, so let me tell you one important thing or one interesting thing, that suppose, just understand this important factor. Suppose I want to change this home page. I want to modify the home page. Then in the Classic, what we do is we go to setup, then in the setup we go to build, we go to customize, and build, customize, home. Not home. Let me just type here. Hmm. Oh, 1 minute. This guy is not a system admin, right? This guy is not a system admin. So it's not showing that facility of home tab and all. So let me do one thing. Let me go to my login only. And from my login only, let me go to Classic and then show you. So let me go to my login only. Okay. And then I'm going to show you that if you want to change anything in home page and all, then how you will manage it. So So what you do is you go to setup, you go to setup, and then you go for customize, then you go for home. Then in the home you have the home page layouts. Click on that, and here this is the layout because of which whatever I can see on my home page I can see like this. So if you click on the edit option, then I can change what I want to see and how I want to see on home page. For example, I want to see some kind of calendar, some task you want to see, you don't want to see, remove, add, then you can go for next. Then how will be the sequence of the things or items at the left hand side, at the right hand side the items you can see dashboard is at the base. If you would just make it up, dashboard will be at the top, etc, etc. This way you can just save and work on that. But now if I go for the lightning experience, so let me do one thing from another user. Let me go to lightning experience. So now here we have something very interesting in lightning experience. Let me show you that. Here you need to click on this wrench icon. Here you need to click on the wrench icon. Okay, so here let me do one thing. Let me go to the same user only. So go to the same user and let me go to classic and lightning from the same user because there are some restriction things. Okay, so here in terms of lightning, if you want to implement this, then you have very good facility. In fact, it's much more powerful than what we saw right now. So just click on the wrench icon and you can see there is an option called as edit page. Now this is a very important and a popular interview question in the lightning interviews. And let me tell you what actually is that. Let me just write here. So first important thing, please note the key difference between Lex lightning experience and classic experience is less number of clicks. In Lex, client needs less number of clicks to achieve something. Okay, another important thing, in lightning experience we can modify the home page by using app builder facility. If anyone asks you in the interview, this is interview question, how we can modify the home page in the lightning experience, so let me tell here that we can just do this by uh, activity from the app builder. So let me just show you. So now what we need to do here, let me just go for the page where we have worked on that, and I'm going to show you that activity. So go to Salesforce environment, click on this, and let me log in by another user. Just give 1 minute. By the way, these small differences, these small points, whether you're a developer or whether you're admin, you're initially definitely going to face these challenges because here, when the things are new, you need to initially set up everything for your customer. So first of all, you should know all these things before helping customers. So remember these all things. These are very important for us for initial levels of any lightning project. And then one by one we are going to understand the complex things like lightning development and lightning coding and all these things. Okay, so click on the wrench icon and there is an option called as edit page. Please click on edit page and just look at this, how powerful facility Salesforce gave us in terms of app builder. Very, very useful and very, very interesting thing. Pay attention. Now, first of all, observe this. This is the Lightning platform, that is for sure, but this is on Lightning platform, that is for sure, but to understand it's on app builder. See here how to identify. First of all, this URL you can see it's showing something related to Lightning, and just after that you can see it's showing app builder. So it means in the Lightning, by using app builder platform we are working on this. Okay, so you can see it gives you one powerful facility by which you can completely modify your user experience, homepage and all, everything like this. So what we need to do here, for example, let's say you can see this all is customizable. Okay, I can design. So for example, let's say now I here need, let's say, chatter feed. Okay, so if you just need a chatter feed, you can just bring here and you can just drop down at the base. For example, I need chatter feed here, just drop down, that's it, nothing else. You need some kind of items to approve, right? Approval process items and all, just drop it here, that's it, this will come here. You can see recent items, recommendations, report, charts, everything is coming here. Okay, upcoming events, trending topics, hot deals, everything. These are some additional things, trending topics and all. Okay. Now below that, all comes from the custom components. Okay. Now this is coming only from development side. If you know development of Lightning, then this will come, and also this will come from the packages. Okay, so we can always bring three types of things in Lightning app builder. Let me mention here. So remember what all different types of components, these are called as components. Okay, remember whatever I dragged, these are all called as components. What all different types of components we can bring on home page using app builder. So please note, one, standard component which already given by Salesforce. Second is custom component, which comes only if you know the programming in Lightning, the most important thing of this syllabus. And third is from packages. Okay, so manage package components, where we have no scope of making any changes. It comes for some kind of installed package and all, and it is not created by us or not given by Salesforce. Also, we install a package, we get a package, and or we purchase the package and get these facilities. Okay, so this way you can modify whatever changes you want to make, and for everything you will have some kind of options to make some kind of property setup. For example, if I click on this, then if I click on the news, then whatever properties you can just see here, you want to show as a carousel, you want to show as a list, you can select here. You click on this chart and you can just have any kind of property, it will show. Otherwise it will say there is no property, that also it will show you there is no property. Then you come down, you click on this recent items or some kind of top deals. Whenever you're having any kind of property, it will show you here. Okay, so this way you can just make this kind of changes, and you can just see what you want to see here, any kind of bookmarked item, what you follow to me, etc, etc. Okay, and finally once all done, then you can here like check this kind of size, and apart from that you can also perform some activities where you can just Save this, activate. Now it's going to ask you that set this page for a default type of home page, or only for a specific user you want to assign this. So unless your Lightning environment is full-fledged ready, and if you are using multiple home pages in your company for different profiles, then better you go for the second option. Click on next. Now I can direct select here for which profile I want to do this. So of course I will do this for me. My profile is system admin. As you know very well that the person who creates the Salesforce environment is system admin, and it's assigning like this, and activate. This is just showing the assignment relationship. Okay. Now once it's assigned, go to back. Then this way you will come to the home page again, and now if you see here, see the modifications done. If you see, we have made some modifications. We have seen, we added these items to approve. We have added this chatter feeds, all coming here. Can you see here? Everything is coming here. Can you see? Like this. So this way you can add, customize, modify. You can see all these things as per your requirement, and this way, this kind of facility helps you to ensure that you will make as per the expectations changes in the homepage layout. Okay, add, remove components, and that's it. And let's say tomorrow I created some component, and let's say I want to modify it or I want to work on that. Again, go by that solution and proceed and add onto your homepage. It's very effective in terms of the component based project building, which we are going to learn, by the way, in upcoming session. Okay, now after this, let me go for another important thing. If you just click on this, now let me go for this scenario, some kind of new things in Lightning. It will show you here the page size, and in terms of the speed factor, how quickly your page is getting loaded. So it's getting loaded in 10 seconds, and the size is 1994 KB of this current page. If you click on this, then you have even the list of favorites, and you can just go for some kind of like you can say that some kind of favorite activities. You can just go for any kind of record, any kind of pages, and from that you can just select any kind of favorite set. Let's say for example I go for any record, let's say any random record I can go for example I'm going for a company object, and select any record. Then let's say I open it, the company object. Let's say for example I go for IBM record. Okay, then let's say I want to use this record regularly, then just click on the star and make it favorite. So IBM is added in your favorite list. So now after this, wherever you are or whatever you are doing in, just or in setup or in multiple like location you are, or let's say you're in another object, very simple, just click on this in the favorite list, and you can see quickly, you will see IBM, and click on that, and that's it. So by very small clicks, you can navigate, and this is also one very user friendly experience. The similar concept we have in Salesforce, that is actually called as a tags. Okay, in Salesforce Classic, we had like a tags, but this looks much more efficient. And if you have some kind of multiple companies, let's say multiple records, for example, let me go for one more record, and let's say I'm going to make it favorite also. Okay, and let's say one more record, and I'm going to make it favorite as well. Okay, now see what's going to happen. Let's say I'm on home page and I want to quickly go for any record. Then you'll click on the star, no doubt, but you can even modify and change the sequence. You can just click on this edit favorites, and you can just even like make some kind of sequence change. You can see it's amazing facilities we get in Salesforce Lightning, the way we get like a in a mobile application. Can you see? I can change the sequence, and I can just work in that format. Okay, so this is very useful feature for our customers to quickly navigate to the record instead of even copying the record ID or something like that. Next, if you click on the plus sign, then it's a kind of facility that we have in Salesforce, like this. Let me just show you. Let me go for classic. Let me go for classic and let me just show you in the classic how we have the facility. Now this is going to help us to quickly perform some kind of actions, which is called as a global action, by the way. So let me go for classic and show you by another user. Let me log in by another user. So I logged in by another user, and now uh, here, whenever you are going to work on that facility, let me show you how will be the things completely different. So what we need to do generally is go to chatter and perform your global actions here. For example, you want to create new task or new contact or new log of call, etc., etc. But in the lightning, now again, it's saving your clicks. Just click on this and create whatever global actions you want to perform. Okay, same format. Next, you want to do any kind of setup. As usual, it's here, and developer console as usual here. There is no much difference between them. Same like classic. Something new here in terms of notification bell icon, where each you can just get all the notifications present in your company, whatever updates you have, and you can mark it all read if you want to get rid of all these things and you want to just get updated with the new notification. So now there is no so all reads, so it will not notify you for anything. So this is something very good which was present only in Salesforce 1 mobile application. It was not present in the classic. There is no such facility in classic, but you have this in lightning now. Okay, next, now this is nothing but the same user menu and all, where you can just switch to another environment or just like work on your environment, your name, etc., etc. Okay, next, now go for the setup. Okay, so now let me go for setup and show you something very interesting, because in lightning and classic there is huge difference now in terms of setup facilities and all. Let me show you that. So go to setup, and you know very well that in the lightning environment, in the classic environment, first of all we have four types of setup that you know. So you can see here in classic we have we have four segments in setup that you know very well. You are working from many years, if not from few months. So first is administer, then build, then monitor, then deploy. Okay, so these are the four things that we see in classic, but in lightning now it's not like that. This is also one more confusing thing for many people. Now see here, go to the classic environment and you can see you have first of all this kind of things. You have administer, administration, by the way, almost same name but small change. Platform tools, administration, platform tools, then you have setting. Okay, that's it. Now the interesting thing that for you is, as compared to this, even though Salesforce reduced one count in terms of option, but actually it made in a very smart manner, because now Salesforce collected all these options in a better manner. Salesforce collected all these options in a better manner, that now you will have everything which is logically associated with each other in one place. You can see here that all the things related to the user and working on the data activities, working on email management, which an administration guy will be present here. You can see anything related to security, permission set, profile, queue role, everything is here. Anything related to data management, data loader kind of things, data import wizard, data uh, the pick list setting, global pick list, everything will be here. Anything related to email, your company-wide email, email settings, email to Salesforce, etc., all present here. Mostly a kind of thing will admin, which admin will do. Okay, next. Now platform tools, which comes under the development side as well, and you can see we have various things related to apps, working on app, connected app for integration, working on mobile apps. We can also work on some various feature setting. Now in the feature setting, we get the facility of this reports and dashboards. Okay, so this is a common question which your customers will ask you. I'm not able to see where is the report and dashboard. So please note they get confused because the feature setting doesn't makes the statement clear. So it comes under feature setting, analytics, and reports and dashboards. The chatter things comes here. If you have some groups who are communicating with each other, communities if you're working on communities, and data.com if you're using this product of Salesforce, data.com. Then on home, you can work on various marketing activities. You can even work on office things. There are so many things coming now in terms of Microsoft and Salesforce collaboration. You might have heard the news that Microsoft is dealing closely with Salesforce to give so many things to Salesforce users. Sales related things, we can work on all the sales related object, account, contacts, and etc. See how logically everything is connected to each other. It's making definitely easy for us to work on Salesforce platform now. Working on product, which comes under the sales, codes, which comes under the sales. So everything is logical. Okay, not flat, not flat. If you just go for this previous edition, you can see everything is flat. So see here in the previous edition or previous format, you can see everything is on the flat level. You can see that this product or this cell, the cases, the scores, everything at the same level. You have to identify which comes under what. You have to identify this. This is your duty. But in the classic, it made it very easy for you to quickly identify that which point come under what point. Okay, so this is also something very easy for making our customers ready for the Salesforce Lightning environment. You don't need to have much headaches while giving this all information to your customer, because anyone who is even having a basic knowledge about the business can easily understand that how should be the navigation and all. Okay, next. uh, then we have seen objects, we have no feature settings we have seen. Okay, in terms of the various sales, see all the service process related things is coming here. Call center, case object, knowledge object, everything, web to case, and all these things are coming under the service segment. Then you want to work on objects, you can work on this. You can work on Salesforce data, various files, contents, and all. You can work on this. Then you want to work on the automation, workflow rules, and process builder, and all comes here. Then if you want to work on user interface, something making available to customer in terms of actions, in terms of look and feel and arrangement, you can work on that. You can work on global actions. uh, Whatever just we saw, the global actions and all, you can see everything comes under this global actions. And you can see that we can set all the global actions here, what we want to show and all. Okay, you can see here. Publisher layout comes for some kind of Salesforce mobile things also, that is coming here. Next, the app builder setting, which we are going to see in upcoming session. By the way, working on the searching activity, how should be the searching and all. If you want to create a website on Salesforce, go for this. This also comes under this, all related to the logical thing of user interface. Very much correct. Then you want to go for the customization, means Apex, VF triggers and all. That comes up under the custom code. And if you want to work on the Lightning programming perspective, then you can go for Lightning components. By this topic only, 90% jobs in the market is given on Lightning component. So that also we are going to see. This is Lightning Locker service, something new which came to the Salesforce environment. This also came before few months. So this also we are going to take as an additional point in our syllabus. what is lightning locker service and what we need to do in that case, that I'm going to tell you in an upcoming session. So all these things related to programming perspective comes here, and anything related to your environment where you want to deploy the things, or you want to shift the project to your customer side, you can just work on the deployment settings and all. You can work on all the background jobs running here in terms of queues, logs. You can monitor closely how the things are implemented, what all the things are running in the background. You can remove that, you can add that. Everything comes under this. Okay. And also some new things Salesforce brought into the integration. This is again a new thing, by the way, because Salesforce is trying to make the things in terms of integration more and more easy for the customers. So that's the reason a new feature came like integration here, but that is in the beta version where Salesforce will ensure that you guys can make the integration in a very easy manner by working on some kind of external service and adding some kind of external entities. So that comes under, by the way, the other stuff's not in terms of the our scope, but I'm telling you this because here Salesforce is making the things pretty much easy for us now to work. Then after that, you can do some kind of company level settings, like the same thing that we do in business hours. We work on the various requirements like our company information, org ID we can check here, holidays we can set here for skipping or working on the SLAs and all. And you can register on my domain that we are going to see very soon, because this is important for you to do this before you start the lightning journey that we are going to start that we are going to do very in upcoming days, when we are going to start the programming, work on the identity for identity purpose and security, the way we do all these things like the IP level security or the remote site setting or the sharing setting. Everything comes under this. Okay, so three options, but all logically connected with each other. So except such exceptions like this, where I told you the feature setting and all, where you will not understand that the chatter and reports and dashboards are here. Apart from that, everything is easy to remember. That's the reason I told you two times that remember the reports dashboards comes under feature setting, where people mostly have the confusion. So this way, Salesforce helps us to ensure that we are going to work more effective manner working on the Salesforce environment. And let me open any record and show you one final point. Let me open any record. Let's say, for example, a record I'm opening from the stand custom object. Let me just go for the home page and let me open, or let's say any standard object, not a problem. Anything you can open. And the final point which you can see as a difference is open any record. Okay. Now the final point, that this is called as record page. Okay. This is also something where we do lots of designing, because this is also something very interesting in terms of this implementation. So whenever you want to edit any kind of page, that also helps you to make this kind of facilities, and it's also very fantastic in terms of Salesforce. Whenever you have to make any changes in terms of the reports, in terms of your page, don't forget that there is one very easy facility for performing that exactly in the same manner that we did something related to home page. This is also one of the very popularly asked change your customer will come with. So for example, let's say this is the page already already very powerful, already having lots of facilities and giving good setup for you. There is no doubt. But if you want to modify this, you can very well do that. Again, click on that wrench icon on the page and click on the edit page, and just look at this. Everything is made so easy in Lightning that just by point and click you can modify your page, make it more powerful, add more functionality that was not present at all in Classic. One huge change in terms of implementation. This kind of change you cannot do in Classic. You can see here now this page, opportunity page, I want to modify, no problem, I can modify it very easily. Whatever all options I want to add here related to opportunity, any kind of code, any kind of component I have created, very easily add it here. So this way it becomes very easy for you and add some more features by just point and click. You can see all the things you can add here. Let's say for example you click on this header, you can just add how many options it should be shown, and some kind of preview, some kind of layouts related things. You can just work on that. It's a kind of highlighting panel that we get see in the page layout, that you can just see. You can work on various sections, and you can just add some kind of detailings. So these are all the things possible. And for example, you see it's in highlight panel, it will show you. If you want to show the collapsible, you can just show collapsible. If you want to show any action buttons, you can show action buttons. And you can bring some kind of make some changes in the compact layouts or page layouts, because everything is coming from this layouts only. You want to work on any kind of compact layout, you can just click on that and you will go for the compact activity. Now this is all a part of layouts, by the way, where you can make some kind of changes, and ultimately whatever changes you are going to make, it comes under the result that you are going to see on the opportunity page. So this way you can just make all the changes according to that, and add any component that you want to add, and finally save it. So this is something also very useful. We use and we change time to time whenever we do any coding and create any component for our customer. It's going to give you now the multiple options that this page, you can work on various levels. By the way, let me tell you one important thing. This is something very important interview question. For what all levels we can make, or we can assign the record page in Salesforce, or let's say in Lightning experience. One is, now you can go for, see there are three ways by which you can set. So one is you can make for every complete environment, the complete people or all the users in your company, or only specific to your let's say for example, any kind of specific applications app. Let's say you want to go only for kind of app default setup, only for specific applications you want to ensure this is going to happen. That's also possible. And if not, then if you want to just go for any kind of let's say default profile, only for this profile it should be shown, or only for this department it should be shown, then that's also possible. You can just even plan for the profile level or department level kind of things as well. Okay, so three things are there by which you can work on that. And let me mention here, you can click on org level, that is for all users. You can make these changes, or you can set for app level, only for the app this page will be displayed. Or third, record type profile level, only for the record type or profile, or only for those users connected with record type and profile. This is something very important because this is new, and in interview they will expect this thing from your side because this is something new, and they want to check whether you know this kind of assignments or not. Okay, so all these things you can do in the lightning. I think there is a question. Lead into in accounts. Okay, so you're talking about the lead conversion. So see here, you just need to go for, click on the lead, click on leads, and any open unconverted lead that you have, please click on that. Okay, so now you see that first of all it's going to show you that all progress bar. Right now it's showing that the phase is working contacted. If you go for the details, then you can see that it's coming because of this lead status. Right now it's working contacted. And now assume that I'm modifying it the lead status, and let's say we're going for something like converted. Okay, close converted, click on save. Let's say our lead is converted, and then it's going to show you that the lead is going to be converted in the background. Now it's going to be coming to this lead converted, and this way the lead will be converted, and you can just now whatever information you have in terms of that, whatever activities you added, that goes to the account contacts and all. So this way we need to convert the lead in lightning experience. Okay, I hope you got the answer. So fine guys, so now we have seen one more important thing at the initial level of Salesforce lightning agenda or lightning journey. And now let me tell you one important thing before we close the session. Now pay attention. Now in the next session, we are going to see something. In the next session, we are going to see something related to the something related to user experience, working on the analytical part. Okay, in lightning we are going to work on some user interface in lightning, and also we are going to see one very powerful or important thing that we use regularly in real-time projects, that is automation in lightning. Okay, so all these things we are going to see in upcoming sessions, that is in the next Saturday, next Sunday. And I hope you guys are enjoying this initial few sessions we are giving for free, but once we are going to start the customizations and some important topics, so mostly from next week onwards these sessions will not be free. So initially just enjoy this whatever knowledge you are getting, because this will also help you for interview purpose. And do let me know if you have any kind of questions, any kind of doubts you have, you can always mail me. So have a good week ahead guys, and let's meet on the next weekend, another free week that we are going to have. So let's meet on the weekend, that is Saturday 7 o'clock India time. Have a great time. I'm signing off. See ya.